guy. But here, I beg you, hear what he had to say.
If we could get the average American, because they feel healthy, they're vital, they're strong, they have agency over their future, to start working a year earlier, right out of high school, or work a year later, not retire, or work better during their lifetime because they're healthy, it would generate about $3 trillion. $3 trillion to the U.S. economy. That would more than remove the debt. It would provide us unbelievable strength because the taxes on that $3 trillion would allow us to keep Medicare Part A solvent, to make a trust fund. It would allow us to make Social Security healthier, tremendous downstream benefits. But to do that, you actually have to invest.
Okay, let me pause this and let me say how dystopian, how crazy this guy, Dr. Oz. But by the way, do you know who is Dr. Oz? I did a quick Google because I didn't knew. It's totally unknown, guys. Probably from the government. Yes, from the government. But here we have Mehem Oz. I don't know why. I don't know. I will probably say he's Jew, but I don't know. Oh, maybe German. I don't know. Okay. Administrator, sorry, for the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So he works for the government. Okay. So someone that is getting paid, is having his salary paid by our tax dollars, is telling us that if we could get the average American to start working a year earlier, okay, right out of high school, by the way, or a year later, not retire, so or you become working earlier or retire a year later, right? It will generate about $3 trillion to the US economy, and that will be more than remove the debt, the national debt that is impossible to pay at this point. So I want you guys to pay attention, right? And you know something that is also very important. Let's search something else. Okay. So based on 2025 financial disclosure, Dr. Mehmet Oz, I don't know how to pronounce this guy name, have a net worth of from approximately 90 million to 325 million. So we don't know exactly his net worth, but let's say 90 mil, an easy 90 mil. So a guy that is worth $90 million at least, right? Shooting low, $90 million is telling us we should start to work earlier or retire later. And this guy is in charge of Medicare and Medicaid services. I don't know how crazy the world need to be to see someone from the government that is a multi-millionaire telling the average citizen, the average American, the average Joe to work earlier and retire later so he can get paid. He and his, billionaire friends can make more money. Here is the thing. Let me give Dr. Oz a tip. What if, okay, just what if we start to budget the government properly? What if a crazy guy idea, right? A black guy idea, by the way. What if the government start to spend our tax money wisely? Stop funding wars we don't want, we don't need. What if? Just what if? Okay? Instead of making us, the average Joe, working earlier and die, actually, that's actually what will happen. We'll die sooner or retire later. What if we just, start to see the government money has something we actually need to take care of and spend it wisely? I don't even let's hear again what he said. And I want to react to every single sentence he said actually.
If we could get the average American, because they feel healthy, they're vital, they're strong.
Yeah, this is just bullshit, right? They feel healthy, they actually they're strong. This is just bullshit to to make people like you and me feel good because something bad is coming now. It's usually
Future. To start working a year earlier, right out of high school, or work a year later, not retire, or work.
yeah. Definitely, Dr. Oz. Someone worth 90 mils. Surely. How about you take your $90 million of network and, just give the government 50? You will still be pretty good, by the way. Pretty good. But you know what you want? You want me to pay more taxes to start to work earlier? die sooner and retire later. I don't even have words to describe the how nasty, how greed, how out of touch millionaires and multimillionaires are becoming in this country. I don't even have words to describe it. Drop your like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.